Do I need to disclose if my house might be haunted? Hey everyone, this is Cheryl Morrison, your local Chicagoland real estate attorney, and even though it's not Halloween time, I thought this would be a great topic to address today. It is inspired by a conversation on one of our local community Facebook groups. And so let's talk about your legal obligations when you're trying to sell a home that might be haunted. So what exactly does this mean? What's the legal term for it? So the legal term for this would be astigmatized property. And in addition to ghosts and paranormal activity, this also would include violent crimes that happened in the home or any deaths that might have occurred in the home. Now, are there any duties to disclose these things? Well, there's a few different things at play. First, as the sellers, here in Illinois, there isn't any direct case law on it, but most experts agree that the sellers themselves have no duty to disclose something like this. It's really not something that is recognized. Do agents have a duty to disclose something like this? No, they actually don't either, because it doesn't have any direct or detrimental physical impact on the property itself. And that goes back to this all being really rather subjective. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, or certainly when it comes to crime or deaths, these are things that your average buyer may have different feelings about. While one buyer might not be interested in a property like this, it doesn't mean that other buyers won't be perfectly happy to live in a home that has this past or these issues. And who knows, maybe it might make the home even more attractive to some buyers to have the possibility of being in a spooky house that's haunted. So are there any limits to this? Yeah, there is. Brokers do have a duty to be honest, and I would argue that sellers also have that same duty to be honest. So in the event that you are affirmatively asked about this issue, the best policy is to be honest. So if someone asks you, I would say, yes, I believe my home is haunted, so that you can get that out in the open. The last thing you want is to go through with the transaction, be in the middle of it right before closing. Perhaps they talk with the neighbors and then they find out and they back out of it. And then that would just waste everybody's time. So, it's best to be honest, not only from a legal duty standpoint, but also just making sure that the transaction is going to go forward smoothly without any negative ramifications down the line. Now, if one broker asks the buyer's broker asks the seller's broker would want to first get the seller's permission to disclose this information. If for some reason that seller did not give you permission to share this information with the buyers and the buyer's broker, then at that instance, the broker would want to say, I don't have permission from my sellers to disclose that information. And that would cover the duty without lying as well. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. It certainly was a lot of fun having these discussions on our local community page this weekend. It's very interesting. If you happen to live in the Frankfurt area and you are interested in buying a home that is potentially haunted, reach out to me. I'll send you the listing so that you can check it out. And yeah, I hope that this has been helpful for you and maybe given you a little bit of a laugh or thought about something differently that you may not have thought about before. Please do give this video a like, share it with anyone else who might enjoy it, and please subscribe so you can continue seeing my videos. Thanks everyone. Have a good weekend.